Hello dear yogis, welcome to a yoga class. We're going to do a yoga class a little bit more slow paced. I think it's important to take the time for your poses. There's more time to feel, to experience and also to adjust a pose. So when you're ready, then grab maybe one, maybe two blocks and take a seat. So root down your sitting bones. Keep your shoulders relaxed, face soft, reach with the crown up, and then start your yoga practice with 2 cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose, and then exhale through your mouth. One more. So, feel if you're relaxed, everything is soft. Let go of all the daily things and just be here. Spread your arms, inhale. Exhale, bring your right arm under and your left arm above. We're going to start with eagle arms. Lift the elbows a bit up. Feel the tension in your shoulders, so between your shoulders, upper back. Use your breath to soften. One more breath. And inhale, circle hands up. Exhale, spread your arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left arm under, right above. Lift the elbows up. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Maybe close your eyes. So use your yogi breath, deep, calm inhales and exhales. One more. Inhale, circle hands up. Exhale, and then come to your tabletop. So come on hands and knees. Make sure that your wrists and shoulders are above each other, and your knees and hips. Your hands are shoulder distance, your knees are hip distance. Inhale, curl your tailbone up and look up. Exhale, press into your hands, round your spine, and pull your belly button in and look between your legs. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Return to your neutral tabletop. We're going to Anahatasana. Try to keep the knees and the hips in one line. Start to walk your hands towards the front. And maybe place your chin on the floor or your forehead. So keep the knees and the hips above each other. You feel the stretch in your shoulders, upper back, chest and lower back. One more breath. Now move forward, press into your underarms and come on your belly into Sphinx. Draw your elbows a little bit closer towards your chest. Press into your underarms and elbows, so don't hang in the shoulders here. Keep the elbows and shoulders above each other. Mild back bends for the lower back. a nice, well, back bend to start your yoga practice with. One more breath here. Press yourself up and back into a tabletop. Bring the knee towards the chest, round your spine and pull your belly button in. Now cross your right knee before your left knee. And then start to open the ankles. So you make space for your sitting bones. And then gently sit between your ankles. You can also use a block if this is not okay. So maybe use a block. So be careful with your knees. From here, I'm going to turn around so it's a little bit easier to see. From here, you're going to hook the left elbow over the right. Press your hands into each other in prayer position. Inhale and exhale. Press into your left leg. Press into your hands. Your elbow is pointing up. Keep breathing into your twist. One more breath. And return towards the center. Lean on the buttocks and tangle your legs and take a half boat. Observe your spine. Don't hang in the lower back, straighten your back. And try to bring your heart towards your thighs. Keep the heels and the knees in one line. One more breath here. Then cross and return towards your tabletop. Bring your left knee towards your chest, round your spine, pull your belly button in. And then cross your left knee before your right. Open the ankles and then carefully sit between your ankles or sit on a block. Inhale. Exhale, hook your right elbow over your left knee. Press your hands into and then exhale. So press into your hands. Use your yogi breath. One more breath. And return towards the center. Entangle your legs, lean on your buttocks, come to your boat. Of course, if you want to do another variation, maybe with your hands up here, or maybe here. One more breath. Then cross, place your hands on the floor. Now we're going to do a downward facing dog. So spread your fingers, engage your core, pull your belly button in, tailbone in, and then press up and back into a downward facing dog. Start to walk your dog. Observe the shoulders, move the shoulders away from the ears. One more breath here. Start to bend the knees and then move forward into a high plank. Start to push the floor away in your high plank and start to push the heels back. Reach with the crown forward. Now bring the weight a little bit more forward so your shoulders are moving over your wrist. Place the knees in the floor. Squeeze the, we're going to bend the elbows and squeeze the elbows towards our chest. And an inhale for your cobra. Try to bring the shoulders back, chest forward. And exhale, return to your downward facing dog. Bend the knees and an inhale, walk forward. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring the crown towards the floor. Keep a little bend in the knees and inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands before heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Try to bring the shoulders on your back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Always observe, how is your downward facing dog? Feet are hip width, hands are shoulder distance or a bit more. How are your shoulders? Core is active. Now inhale, bring your right leg up and try to keep the hips even. And then step into a low lunge on your right side. Try to keep the knee and ankle above each other. Let's square the hips. Feet are hip width. Place the left knee on the floor. Maybe use the blocks. If you have blocks, use your blocks. And then send the hips forward. Keep the knee above the ankle. If you don't have blocks, then place your fingertips into the floor. And try to bring the shoulders on your back and try to bring your heart forward. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Send your hips back. Straighten the right leg. Maybe move your blocks with you. Inhale to create length. Exhale to look down. So when you are in your pose, keep pushing your right heel into the floor and keep this knee and this hip above each other. One more breath. Now turn a quarter towards the left. Take your left leg with you. And come up. Try to keep the heel and the knee in one line. If you feel that your right hip comes up, lower down your right hip. Place your hands on your right leg. Bring your left arm up and try to create length here. Inhale. Exhale. Reach with your left hand towards your right foot. A nice side bend. Inhale, come all the way up. Place your back toes into the floor so your heel is up. Now reach for your left heel and bring your right arm up. Open the chest. Inhale, come out of your pose. And then exhale, place both knees next to each other and both toes, all the 10 toes, into the floor. And then sit on your heels for your toe squat. So make sure that all your 10 toes are engaged. Try to sit upright, shoulders above hips. One more breath. Placing hands on the floor, roll on your feet. Get a strengthened legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. Step on your mat. And then bring the focus on your right foot and lift the left knee up. Open the hip or your leg towards the left and take a tree pose. Keep your standing leg straight, pull your belly button in. One more breath. Bring the knee in front of you and step your feet down. Root down your left foot and bring the right knee up. Open the knee or hip and place your foot on the inside of your left thigh. Find your tree pose, pull your belly button in. Standing leg strong, standing leg is strong. One more breath here. From here, step towards the front of your mat. Turn your back toes and then find your high lunge. Reach up. Keep the shoulders above the hips, tailbone in, belly button in. Maybe it's possible to bend the front knee a bit more. Bring the hands before your heart. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can lower the left knee almost towards the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you come up, only try to straighten your back leg. One more. Inhale. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we come all the way down, counting to 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. You can grab your blocks if you want to, and then we do the same here. So bring the chest forward, bring the shoulders on your back, send the hips forward. Make sure your knee and your ankle are above each other. So always check your pose, your alignment in your pose. Place your left hand on the floor, curl your toes into the floor, lift your knee up and make a twist, reaching up. Return to low lunge, get a strength in your legs. Inhale, step forward, lengthen spine. Exhale, crown to floor. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now when you're in your downward facing dog, we're going to lift the left leg up. Keep the hips even and then step into your low lunge on the left. Square the hips. Placing right knee on the floor, send the hips forward, maybe fingertips on the floor, maybe use your blocks. Remember to bring your heart forward and try to bring the shoulders, well, towards the back. So you open the chest. One more breath. Sending the hips backwards, straighten the left leg, place your heel into the floor, inhale to create length, exhale to look down. When you're in your pose, observe, is your knee above your ankle? Do you push your left heel into the floor? Turn towards the right. Take your right leg with you. Come all the way up. Place your heel and your knee in one line. Lower the left hip. Bring your right arm up. Inhale. Exhale. Lean towards the left. So feel the stretch here. Return, placing your toes into the floor, your back toes. Your heel is up, and then lean on your heel, grab your heel, and reach with your left arm up towards the sky. Inhale, come out of your pose, place knees together, all your 10 toes are to the floor, and then sit on your heels. On your heels. And bring pressure to your toes. We all want flexible feet, flexible toes, flexible ankles. One more breath. Hands on the floor, roll on your feet. Get a strength. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. Step on your mat. Root down your feet. Your left foot now. And bring your right knee up. Bring your ankle over your left thigh. Bring your sitting bones back. Start to bend the knee. And take your awkward chair. Keep your foot flexed. Try to lift your heart. Inhale, come out of your pose and exhale. Root down your right foot. Lift the left knee up. Cross it over your right thigh. Keep the foot flexed. Send the sitting bones back. Start to bend the knee. Bring your hands before your heart and try to sit upright in your awkward chair. Keep the hips even. Now slowly move out of your pose, open towards the front, into a high lunge. So find your high lunge coming on your back toes. Make sure you are in the center, your shoulders above your hips. Keep pushing your right foot away from you and keep the hips even. Keep the shoulders relaxed. When you reach up, bring hands before heart. Inhale, exhale, lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember only your back leg. One more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Counting to 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and touch down. Hands on the floor or hands on blocks, shoulders backwards, heart forward. Place your toes into the floor, lift your knee up, square the hips, and bring your left arm up. Inhale, step forward, lengthen spine. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, circle, hands up. Exhale, hands before heart. Okay, one wave more. Inhale, circle, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, inhale, high plank. Shifting the weight forward, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step into your warrior one. So your feet are hip width. Turn your back foot out. And then inhale, bend the front knee. And reach up. Observe the hips. Your left hip is next to your right hip. And keep both feet on the floor, especially your back foot. Intertwine your hands behind your back. Open your heart and point with your hands towards the floor. Exhale for humble warrior. Right shoulder is next to the right knee. You can look down towards the floor. And then observe the hips. If you feel that your right hip, well, it moves forward, move your right hip back. One more breath. Inhale, circle hands up. Return into your warrior one. Exhale, find the warrior two. So warrior two is completely different. We try to keep our hips parallel with the long side of our mat. Our shoulders are well relaxed. Lengthen through the fingertips. And then check your knee. If you notice that your knee is falling a bit in, then press into your little toe on the side where your little toe is. So try to keep the knee open. Inhale for reverse. Exhale, come out of your pose and start to reach towards the front. Place your arm on your leg, your left arm is alongside your ear, and then turn your heart towards the ceiling. Your hand palm is facing down, don't hang in the shoulders. Keep reaching. Now place your left hand in your lower back. You're going to step to a half moon. So you bring the weight on your right foot, maybe use a block, place it under your right hand. Open the left hip, keep the foot flexed. Your standing leg is straight. And bring your left arm up. Use your breath. One more. From here, place your knee next to your right foot. Place your 5 toes into the floor this time. And then sit here. A variation of our toe squat. We did earlier before our toe squat. Try to sit upright. One more breath. Place hands on the floor and then roll on your foot. Sit on your buttock. Straighten the right leg. Keep the foot close. But make sure that there's a hand distance between your foot and your leg. But your foot is towards your groin. Place your right hand next to your right hip and reach your left arm up. Then with a long and tall spine, you start to reach forward and wrap your hand around your leg. See if you can find with your other hand your other hand. Inhale to lengthen, try to bring the shoulder blades together. And exhale, try to keep the chest open when you reach forward. Don't forget to keep the foot flexed. If it's impossible to grab your hands, then of course use something in between, maybe a strap or a sock or something you have nearby, close by. Let go of your hands, press into your left foot, Walk forward until the weight is into your right foot. And then make a standing split. But first level the hips and then reach your left leg up. Bring the crown towards the floor. Keep the standing leg straight. From here, step back into low lunge. Step back in downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg is up. Exhale, step into your warrior one on the left side. Take your time to observe the hips. Hips are square, hips are even. Start to push both feet into the floor. Use your yogi breath. And then maybe it's possible to bend the front knee a bit more. Intertwine the fingers, point them towards the floor so you open the chest. And then exhale for your humble warrior. Bring your hands with you. Start to bring your hands away from you. Watch your left hip. Inhale, circle hands up. Exhale, warrior two over the left side. I'm going to turn around. So a warrior two over the left side. Sometimes, well, we forget our arms. So feel the strength in your arms, but keep your shoulders relaxed. Inhale for reversed. Exhale, come out of your pose, start to reach towards the front. Don't forget to turn your heart towards the ceiling. Observe if there's distance between shoulders and ears. So when you're hanging in your shoulders, it looks like this. So. One more breath. Place your hand on your lower back and then step forward. Bring the weight on your left foot. Place maybe a block under your left hand. Open the right hip. And bring your right arm up and then start to open towards the right. Don't forget to keep your foot flexed, standing leg straight. Place your right knee next to your left foot. 5 toes are into the floor. And then sit on your heel. Roll towards your foot. Sit on your buttocks. Keep the foot flexed, hand distance between foot and leg. Press your left hand next to your left hip and reach your right arm up. And with a long tall spine, you reach forward. Wrap your hand around your leg. And see if you can find, well, intertwine with those hands. Inhale, open the chest. Bring the shoulder blades together. And exhale, reach forward. One more breath. Letting go of your hands, of your binds. Press into your right foot, move forward. Bring the weight on your left, square the hips. Bring the right leg up, crown to floor. Standing leg straight. See if you can turn your right thigh a bit in. And then your toes are pointing towards the floor. If you want to balance, you can maybe bring the left hand towards your ankle, maybe both hands. Well, it's a challenge. If you need a challenge, I don't need a challenge today. Keep breathing. And then step back into your low lunge. Square the hips, so always observe the pose. And then step back in downward facing dog. Do a plank, a high plank. A low plank. A up dog. A down dog. And then from here, we're going to do a butterfly. So sit on your buttocks. And then place both foot soles together. You can place your hands around your ankles or maybe grab your feet. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, move from your hips, so make the movement, start the movements from your hips. And then try to keep the spine long and tall and reach forward. You can pull yourself a little bit more forward if you want to. Inhale, come out of your pose. Bring the knees together. Balance on the buttocks. Grab your big toes with your 3 fingers. You can open. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Don't hang in the in your back. Try to push your heart forward. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. If you have your knees bent, well, that's fine. Keep breathing. From here, we're going to bring the legs together. Maybe you're ready for your full boat. And then let go. Come to your tabletop. And from our tabletop we move to a pigeon. So place the right knee on the outside of your right wrist. Walk your left leg back. And walk your right foot maybe a little bit more towards the front of your mat. Keep the foot flexed. If you have a big gap here under your right buttock, place a block or a cushion under your right buttock. Square the hips, so feel your hips. And then place your fingertips into the floor. Try to open the chest and try to bring the shoulders on your back. If you want to, you can maybe try if you can bend the left knee. Maybe stay here. Or see if you can grab your foot and grab it on the big side on the side where your big toe is. And then bring your heart forward. You can place your hand on the floor or bring your right arm hand in front of you. And maybe draw your foot a bit closer. Then let's go. Return in tabletop. And then when you're ready, we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to turn around. So we're going to do the left side. Placing your left wrist on the outside of your left knee on the outside of your left wrist. Walk with your right leg back. Walk with your left foot towards the front. Keeping the foot flexed. Square the hips. Stay on the fingertips. Bring your heart forward. Shoulders on your back. So try to be a pigeon. And your right leg is your tail. Now we're going to bend the knee. Stay here. Or maybe it's possible to grab the foot. See if you can turn your heart towards the front. Of course, you can place your left hand here. Maybe draw the foot a bit closer if you feel you have more space. Also remember that your right side maybe feels different than your left side. Don't expect that every side is the same. And then let go of your leg and return to a child pose. Come all the way up. Come on your knees, placing the knees hip width, toes into the floor. We're going to try for a full camel. So, place your hands in your lower back and your toes are into the floor, your heels are up. Start to push your hips forward. But we want to try to bring movement in our whole spine, so not only in our lower back. So see if you can bring your chest all the way up towards the ceiling and then lean back. Look up towards the ceiling and maybe find with your hands your heels. Start to press the hips forward and the chest up towards the ceiling. Maybe keep the chin by your chest. If it's okay for your neck, you can let your head hang. Keep breathing. Inhale, come out of your pose. Exhale, sit on your heels for a short moment. Place hands on the floor and then return to a downward facing dog. Inhale for your last plank and then exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more breath here. And then take a seat, half your mats. Straighten the legs, the toes are up. We're going to close our practice with Paschimottanasana. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, with a long and tall spine, you start to reach forward. Maybe grabbing your toes, maybe grab your trouser. And maybe use a strap to wrap it around your feet. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to reach. One more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to reach. Don't forget to keep the feet flexed. And try to keep the chest open. Use your yogi breath wherever you are. Last one. Inhale, bring your hands up towards the sky, and exhale, finish the pose. Bend the knees, roll your spine, or bring your heart towards your thighs and round your spine. And then from here, roll onto your back. Try to move slow, use your abdominal muscles to do it very slow, and maybe halt, stop, and then go a little bit further. And then stop, and then go a little bit further. Stop. Maybe a bit further, straighten the legs, hold. A little bit further, stop. And then come all the way down, or maybe you want to, you want to make yourself a little bit more difficult, that's fine. Bring the knees towards your chest. And then bring the knees from left to right. Maybe you prefer to make a circle. It doesn't matter as long as you massage your lower back. Straighten everything, your toes, your legs. Bring the arms alongside your ears and make with your index fingers an arrow. Inhale, lengthen and exhale. Phew. Maybe one more. Inhale, exhale, sigh. I would advise you to take a savasana. So take your savasana if you have time. And close your eyes and relax, maybe for 5 minutes. It's a nice way to close your practice. I'm going to close our practice now, and I want to thank you for being here. And if you want to give me a message, please leave your comments underneath the video, of course. And I hope to see you next time. Have a good day, have a good time. Namaste.